Alec Adamson, and this is The Cutting Edge. On February 18th through the 20th, the most outstanding members of our drama debate and forensics team represented MEHS at the state tournament in Anchorage, and on February 28th got to show off their talent to their fellow students in the Gil Trua Activity Center. Let's check out some of the drama.
Fine. It's an algebra book. Son, have you been learning?
Mount Edgecombe High School's very own drama debate and forensics team traveled to Anchorage for the state DDF tournament February 18th, 19th, and 20th. Casey Phillips placed 5th in solo acting.
From Mount Edgecombe High School, Casey Phillips.
And Haley Stump placed 4th in extemporaneous commentary.
Wow, that's a lot of hot stuff.
Sampling of what we've done. If you're interested in being in DDF next year, find any of these people who are not seniors. Haley.
He had it coming, he had it coming, he only had himself to blame.
The fisherman drifted down and down through the water and caught, of all places, in the bones of the skeleton woman's ribcage.
And when I'm feeling blue, I just close my eyes and I think of you.
Republican and Democratic presidential hopefuls are vying to win their party's nomination in the hopes of making it to the general election in November. Here's Lauren Maria with the story.
Yesterday, March 1st, it was Super Tuesday.
On Super Tuesday, different states held primary elections or caucuses as the Republican and Democratic parties sought to pick a presidential nominee to represent their parties in the November general election.
Nationwide, Trump won 7 states compared to Cruz's 3 states, which included Alaska. Rubio only won Minnesota.
Clinton won nationwide with 7 states, leaving Sanders with 4 on the Democratic side.
Stay tuned for Alaska's Democratic caucus on March 26th.
The Oscars sparked controversy for the second year in a row as allegations of racism surfaced again. The accusation cast a shadow over the star-studded spectacle. Let's take a closer look.
Another year, another white Oscars. The announcement of the nominees on January 14th sparked public backlash by the time the ceremony took place on February 28th. Several celebrities decided to boycott the event altogether and recommended others do the same. The Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences has been accused of ignoring the achievements of people of color, as nearly all Oscar nominees for the past 2 years have been exclusively white. Some have attempted to argue by saying that there simply weren't enough movies featuring people of color to make the cut, and while lack of roles for non-white actors is definitely an issue that needs to be tackled, it's jarring that although the movie Creed featured a largely black and Latino cast, the only person nominated from it was the white guy, Sylvester Stallone. It's also interesting to note that the only people nominated for Straight Outta Compton were the, guess, white writers. Other movies, such as the critically acclaimed indie film Tangerine, were excluded from the Oscars altogether. This seems to have stemmed from both the fact that the cast was racially diverse and the 2 main characters were transgender women of color. Also interesting is that there was a movie starring a transgender character that was recognized by the Oscars, The Danish Girl, whose lead was nominated for Best Actor. However, the character was played by Eddie Redmayne, who is both white and not actually transgender, unlike transgender actresses Kitana Kiki Rodriguez and Maya Taylor, who star in Tangerine. The Danish Girl also failed to perform nearly as well as Tangerine in both box offices and critic reviews. Chris Rock hosted the event and used this position to make jokes highlighting the issue of the Academy and Hollywood's racism in general.
Well, I'm here at the Academy Awards, otherwise known as the White People's Choice Awards. You realize if they nominated host, I wouldn't even get this job. So y'all be watching Neil Patrick Harris right now.
Catch me, Alec Adamson, next time on Part 2, Diversity in the Media and Why It's Important.
I am not throwing away my shot. Hey, yo, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot. I'ma get a scholarship to King's College. I probably shouldn't brag, but dag, I'm amazed and astonished.
That's it for this episode. Thanks for watching, and catch us next time on The Cutting Edge.